Hi there and welcome to another edition of the CEO's blog. I'm Amanda Rando, joined by John Dumacy. John, how are you?
I'm well today. Amanda, yourself?
I'm very well. We've got a few updates here at Harness Racing New South Wales with two new board members. One that was an existing one that's been reappointed, and a new one.
Yeah, so Peter Nugent, he's been on the board for a couple of years now. He's the Minister, Paul Toole, has extended his term by 4 years, and we have a new board member, Peter Buckman, 4-year term for Peter, and it's really good. He's a younger person. A lot of boards are mainly made up of people with I'll say more experience and age, but Peter comes to us. He's an enthusiast. He's raced horses. He has horses breeding and horses in work at the moment, and he's a health and safety professional, and he brings a new focus to the board in that respect, and he's been on the boards for quite a while. For such a young man, the experience is very deep.
Okay, so we look forward to having him. So he's replacing Marissa DeMarco?
Yes, Marissa elected not to continue on the board, and that's because of her very busy schedule in her profession as a lawyer. So we wish Marissa, of course, all the best. Brilliant board member when she was on with Harness Racing New South Wales, and now we have Peter Buckman and the reappointment of Peter Nugent.
Okay, well, talking about busy schedules, you've been busy travelling all over the state the last few days with these handicapping sessions with Harness Racing Harness Racing Australia rather, and their new proposed ranking system.
Yeah, and perhaps I've just been a passenger because this is Harness Racing Australia's initiative. This needs to be national. Making the presentations are Cameron Brown from HRA, absolutely supported by the HRA Deputy Chairman, Rod Smith, who is our Chairman, Harness Racing New South Wales. We've been to Menangle, we've been to Bathurst, we've been to Newcastle. Generally a good, very good attendances, I must say, and I thank all those who are attending, and we'll go to Wagga next week. Cameron Brown will continue on. He will go then and do similar presentations in Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Western Australia, and as I say, this is a national approach. I encourage the people in the Riverina to attend Wagga next week. It's next Wednesday, 7 o'clock at the showground, and they can learn more. But it's about consultation. It's proposed. It's a proposed ranking system. We've received positive responses, but it's proposed. So people shouldn't go there and think it's a closed shop. It's about getting feedback, and it's the people at the coalface are the ones that give us the best feedback, and we've got terrific feedback so far from the sessions we've held.
Okay, has there been some common feedback amongst the groups?
Common feedback is that this is a good system. Common feedback generally is to pertinent questions that we ask, and I won't indicate what they are because it's the people in the Riverina. They need to have their say, and we want their say. So a strong roll up I hope to receive when we're there next week.
Okay, so what's the next step after this, John?
Next step after this, well, whatever that feedback is, and that's on a national basis, not only New South Wales, nationally, will be put together, and if there's some really significant changes, we'll do it again. We'll do it again, and we'll update the people on where we are with it. There is a planned implementation date. We strive to make that date, but it will depend on what the feedback is. Again, I'll reiterate, on a national basis.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No worries. Let's move on, and obviously it's nice to see that these sessions have been so well supported, and there was also plenty of support at Parks's Elvis meeting on Wednesday night, and for a particular winner as well, Jackie Ingham.
Yeah, Jackie finally cracked it. I won't say how many drives she's had, but Jackie's a beautiful girl in every sense of the word. So it was great to see. Rose upon her, raced by Sharon Brown, Michael Brown's daughter. Everyone in the crowd was ecstatic that Jackie won that race. people were texting their Facebook posts. I was receiving messages. I was at Newcastle at that information session, but wonderful to see just another young driver, another young person so engrossed in this industry winning a race. So well done, Jackie.
Yeah, it proves never to give up.
Well, it's not about that. It's about being part of it, and there's always opportunities there, and there's plenty more wins for Jackie down the line. It was in a reward series heat. Harness Racing New South Wales, we're very satisfied what we're providing there. So the owners there, as I said, Sharon will go on, and it'll be in the final next week, $10,000 race. So it's good.
No, that's fantastic. Well done, Jackie. There's a few feature races at tomorrow, this Saturday night. It's their Tab Carnival of Cups meeting, a strong 9-race card. Yeah,
good crowd, and to Jane and John New, the president, Jane Walker and John New, the president. Well done on attracting a great card of racing. The Cup is worth going for, and so are all the other races. Tamora always put on a fantastic Carnival Cups meeting. As we know, they're award winners on a couple of occasions. So I encourage people to be at the track. And if you can't, of course, watch it on Sky and see some great racing. Tab is so supportive of the Carnival Cups. They're the major sponsor, and if you can't be there, watch it on Sky. And if you're going to have a bet with the Tab.
Yeah, well, it is a really good meeting. I was there last year. Really good vibe in the crowd as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. John, we've got a couple of announcements that you're going to bring out next week to look forward to.
Yes. First of all, we'll announce the Team Teal ambassadors. Team Teal, as we know, is for ovarian cancer research. The entire industry's behind that. So we'll announce our ambassadors next week. Kicks off on the 1st of February.
Yeah, before we know it.
Goes right through our major carnival, the Miracle Mile Carnival. We'll be announcing that next week. And we're visiting Wagga next week. Rod Smith, the chairman, and myself are visiting mid next week to coincide with the information sessions. So the Minister for Racing, Paul Toole, will be attending just to see how we're going with the progress on the buildings. But we might have something else to announce there. Rod's always full of, not surprises, but full of taking this industry forward. So next week I'm reasonably sure we'll have something exciting to say.
Well, we'll all look forward to it. Thank you for your time for this edition, John.
My pleasure, Amanda.